Hello, I'm Michael, and this video is meant for a very special lady to me, at least, named Michelle. But I don't mind if anyone else watches. There's not anything in here that's terribly, especially private, so feel free to view. Where to start? Well, I guess the best thing to do is admit that I do have a problem. Somewhere along the road, I developed depression. It's something that, when I look back now, it's been with me for quite some time. It's a terrible and dark place to be in. I can't believe I used to make fun of people that went through this. It's like cancer in your mind, and it distorts everything. All your thoughts, all your memories, and it robs you of your happiness. I still wake up every morning with a voice in my head that tells me how unimaginably worthless I am and how just useless I am. I wake up without the drive to do my best. I wake up not wanting to continue this journey we call life. I never told you, Michelle, about what I was feeling because I didn't want to stress you any more than you already were. I mean, Germany's a pretty stressful place. I thought I was being kind, but in all actuality, I was just giving myself a line to pull myself deeper into the abyss. As it got worse, I tried to mask what I was feeling by acting, well, mask those feelings of emptiness and purposelessness by acting like I was carefree and there's nothing wrong. Oh, what a mistake. It's a terrible thing having your own mind as your enemy, especially when your mind's the one part of you you're actually proud of. I mean, how could I have possibly thought I could be there for you, Michelle, when I couldn't even be there for myself? If I could go back and redo things, I'd have told you about what was happening. I needed to talk to you and get one of your special hugs. But I'm a guy and we're not supposed to talk about what we're feeling and what's happening to us on the inside. I didn't want to tell you about how I'd pretend to take a shower some mornings, but in all actuality, I was in the fetal position next to the toilet crying. Or I never told you about how some nights I'd pretend to be asleep so I could avoid the nightmares and just be able to lay in your arms and feel safe from the darkness that was overtaking me. I never told you about how disappointed I was some mornings when I'd wake up and still be alive. I never told you that when I'd go upstairs, as I'd feel the rage swelling up that made no sense, I'd drag myself up there just so I wouldn't hurt you or do something that I'd regret, which ended up being a bad thing because I did do something I regret. Because when I'm like that, it's like I'm a passenger in my own body. And this other person takes control and tries to drive the car off a cliff. And that's what happened. I did all of that because I thought I was doing the best thing. Because it was the easiest thing to do. Not admitting a problem is far easier than going in front of the person you care about the most and saying, I hate myself. I don't want to live anymore. What the best thing would have been to talk to you about it. And then I made things worse because I ran away from you, from our apartment, from the school. I ran back like a little kid. And that didn't help anything. That was also something that seemed like the easiest and best thing to do. But it was by far the worst choice I could have made in that situation. I know and accept you're probably not going to talk to me ever again. Hell, you'll probably never even see this video. I just know, now that I'm going to therapy, I'm even taking antidepressants like I said I never would. I know now that I'm on a journey. And while I really appreciate your companionship, because you were so good at helping me through the other times I went through this, I know full well I'll probably have to undertake this by myself. Not saying that others will help me, but in the end, I'm on my own. Oh, and to anyone else that watched this, especially if you're a guy, if you start feeling like waking up is a burden, everyone hates you, and nothing you do is ever right, talk to someone. Get help. Because keeping it on the inside doesn't do anyone any good. It just overtakes you, and you're not yourself anymore. Look at me. It cost me so much. I've lost the woman I love more than anyone or anything else. And I'm a year behind now on school. I quit my job. None of this was worth it just to appear strong. I don't really have much to say outside of I miss you, Michelle. I wish you were here with me. It's so hard waking up every day without you. I think it's harder every day. A memory that has stuck with me for quite some time. I don't remember the day, but I remember getting mad at something when we were downstairs, and next thing I know, you're cradling me in your arms and my head hurts. That was one of the moments where I knew I wanted to marry you. I knew before that I wanted to marry you. But if we can't get past this and we can't work things out, I understand. I understand. I love you. No, that really is it. Signing off.